Good afternoon, gentlemen. Here's the RC2014 CPU card. Let's bash this thing together right quick. So they send these double row headers, and you're supposed to pull some of the pins out so that you can stick it in like this. But I've got plenty of single row right angle headers, and I think the pin spacing's the same, so yeah, I think I can just snap off a 2-row header and put it down there, and snap off a single row header and put it up here, right? You've never bent a pin on a pin header before, have you? Neither have I. You didn't just see me bend this one. Nothing to see here. This is not the incompetence you're looking for. Alright. Pin headoir. Other pin headoir. There we go. Mucher, betterer. It's going to be a little bit challenging to keep this header straight, maybe. When we solder this thing on here, we've got to be a little careful and make sure that it's straight before we pass the point of no return. Alright, how should we go about fucking this up? Let's do one on each end of the bottom. I'll try not to get my head in the way, but no promises. I'll bet the camera's trying to focus on this wire here, isn't it? Sorry. And then we ought to be able to make sure that everything is relatively straight. That actually doesn't look bad, really. And then we can get this other part of the 2-row header. That ought to have, yeah, that'll do, I think. Let's see if I can get the soldering iron against the plastic anywhere and fuck it up. I'm pretty good at fucking stuff up. Have you ever fucked anything up? I didn't think so. I got the bottom row soldered there, and then I decided I'm gonna stick another female header on these other pins, just to make sure that the spacing stays good when I solder those. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be alright. Got a little too much on a couple of them. I had a little trouble with solder penetration on a couple of them. They must tie into a power bus or something. Have to clean up those two gloppy ones a little bit, but that's no big deal. Doesn't look like it was done by a machine, but I guess it's fine. Alright, now can we take this header off without fucking something up? I don't know. Let's find out. Yep, fuck it up. I'm pretty good at that. Yes, sir. So, this is why edge connectors can be nice too. But I guess female edge connectors are more expensive than female pin headers. Or I guess you'd have to have both sets of headers. And I guess if you were being all professional and shit, you'd have to gold plate the edge connector too, which would probably be significantly more expensive. So I guess I understand why they went with this design, but it is a little bit aggravating. Alright, that looks better now. I won't tell if you won't. Let me see here. We need some resistificators. 10K resistificators, which is not what those are, and is what these are. Isn't it funny how resistor values that you use fairly often, you can pick them up and tell what they are, but if you're not looking at them and somebody asks you what the stripe colors are, you can't tell them? Or is that just me? Weird, huh? Now, being the anally retentive sack of shit that I am, I always point my tolerance bands in the same direction, generally to the right. I couldn't tell you, I can't identify 1% 10K resistors just looking at them, only 5%. That is really tight right there on this resistoire. I'm going to have to really bend those leads sharp. That it could have left a little tiny bit more room there, but I guess that'll do. There was plenty of room on the back plane. The spacing must be a hair different on it. I don't know. Pull-up resistors complete. Now let's see here. They sent CPU sockets with the kit. They don't appear to be any better quality than the cheap ones that I usually use. If they were nice machine sockets, I'd probably throw these in my drawer and use a cheap one. Since we're going to be hopefully making our own CPU card anyway. By golly, he went to a lot of trouble to pack all of this stuff in here in such a way that it would fit in a UK airmail box. That's kind of interesting. I'm sure that is one of the things that increases the price of the kit. I thought it was a little bit pricey, to be honest with you. I should have just had the boards manufactured, because I'd have had pretty much everything. No, I've got a crystal that speed somewhere too that I could have taken off of another board. Yeah, I've got everything. I had everything except an SiO2. All I've got are SiO zeros, but you know, I should have just had the boards made and then assembled it using stuff I've got, and maybe bought the backplane or something. The divot does go towards the text as we assumed, so no surprise there, but just wanted to be sure. I fucked up the tip on my desoldering gun, so if I do put any of this stuff in wrong, I'm going to have a hell of a time taking it out to fix it, you know what I'm saying? I need to get like a, I don't know, I guess that nozzle's like 1 millimeter or something. I need to get like a drill bit or something to clean the thing out, because even, you know, turning the heat all the way up, once that thing gets plugged, you're fucked, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, let's solderate the sockadoo. Alright, that looks like we're a go for soldering the rest of the pins. I believe that'll do. And then the last thing is the bypass capacitor. Let me see here. That's going to be 100 nanofarad, which is not those. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 104. Very good. Oh, what did I do with my lens-a-roo? Oh, why am I so dumb? I haven't even been drinking today. So they sent a 10 megahertz part. CMOS, of course. I don't think they even make NMOS Z80s anymore. Oh, Lee, you're not wearing the anti-static strap. It'll be alright. Sometimes I wear one if I'm working on shit that there are just absolutely no replacements for, but I've never had any trouble with static. Alright, CPU card done. There really isn't anything to it. There it is. My thoughts on the CPU card are, if it were me, I would have moved the CPU down here like as close to one corner as I could, and all the other components too. And I'd have made a prototyping area in the rest of it, I think, and had like 1 or 2 rows of pads right next to the CPU and next to the bus, if necessary. Any signals that we can't get off of the CPU. And then, you know, people would be able to do their things and shit on there. Maybe add some LEDs for bus monitoring and shit like that, you know. Just whatever they wanted to do. It would be a more efficient use of space. The board doesn't have much on it, so, you know, yeah. Alright, cool. And I'm not sure what slot it's supposed to go in, but let's say slot 5. Let's see how things go in the back plane. Now, is it straight? I don't think it makes any difference. We can do a little bit of manual adjustment there without fucking anything up, I assume. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. Alright. Now there's no clock, so to test this we'll have to either finish assembling the clock module wherever that is, or return to our clock generation with the ESP32, which I think is what we'll do, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to build everything on the breadboard and fully explore it before just slamming the kit together, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, the point is to, you know, design stuff, so I want to do it myself first and then see how they're doing it, you know what I mean? Alright, so next time we'll do something else. Alright, bye.